Good evening. We're straight in, no messing around, mostly because it's like nearly 10 o'clock. The game has just finished. Leicester 3, West Brom 0. What a game for anyone that owned Leicester players. Clean sheets all round. I turn on my other light. Jamie Vardy 2 returns. Iheanacho 1 return. Nothing for Madison, unfortunately, for anyone that went early on him. But it looks like a pretty good week for a lot of people. 117. Really? 84 points for Sam. 89 points for the Irvings. No hits. Very nice. Yeah, it was a pretty good week. I've had a pretty good week as well, to be honest, which is good because for next week, yeah, next week is not looking good. I'm worried. I gotta be honest. If all my players were playing, it'd be great, but there's going to be a few injuries, I think, which is rather annoying, I would say. Which we'll obviously talk about in a sec. Who else is in tonight? 89, 86. Loads of people. I mean, I guess everyone always posts when they've had a good score. Who's had a bad week? Vardy 1 bonus. Yeah, but Castagna was so good. I mean, the reason Vardy got 1 bonus is because Castagna and Evans both got attack returns and also got a clean sheet. Just one of those things. We needed a West Brom goal, basically, for Vardy to get 3 bonus. And it just didn't happen. It just did not happen. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Castagna was brilliant. By the way, absolutely brilliant. Already bought in for Hardy and Nacho. I said it, I don't know if I said it on video, but I said it in the Patreon Slack. All it will take is 1 goal for Vardy. Everyone will say he's in form, but everyone will want to get him. And there you go. That is pretty much what is going to happen, especially with Kane having an injury. I did just see a tweet saying that Kane could be back for the AFL Cup final. Now, he's going to do anything to be back for that. So fingers crossed he'll be available for Game Week 34. And obviously, if there is a chance that he's available for Game Week 34, then it puts people who own him in a position where if they don't own Vardy to make a big decision. Personally, I really want Kane for 34 onwards. Like, I feel like Kane versus Sheffield United is as good as Vardy versus West Brom or Vardy versus Palace, basically. But I'll bring up my team anyway. We'll get into it because it is a late one. We're so close to 150,000 subscribers already. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. We're about 800 away now, which is absolutely mental. But yeah, love it. Okay, so I've had a good week. I'm on 85 with a 4-point hit, so that's 81 altogether. My 4-point hit was for... What was my 4? Oh, it was for Lingard, wasn't it? It was Gundogan and... I haven't refreshed this. It was Gundogan and Bamford for Iheanacho and Lingard. I had the exact money, so I got 0 in the bank. Both of them returned. Lingard with the penalty. Iheanacho could have had 2 or 3 goals tonight. Ridiculous how many chances he had. Vardy as well. The ball that went across the line, they all thought it was going out and it didn't. And he picked it up. Why didn't he just run at the keeper 1-on-1? That's what we wanted to have. He just shot from miles away. It's like he didn't want to run, even though that's what Vardy does. He runs. So a bit annoying. But Vardy will finish on double digits. And I went for Vardy over Fernandes, and Fernandes did nothing. So it's worked out okay. Plus, I've got him for next week, and people, not everyone's going to bring him in. Vardy has Southampton when Kane plays Sheffield United. No. Vardy plays Southampton in 30. Oh, yeah, sorry. No, you're right. Sorry, yeah. You're absolutely right. 75 with no goalkeeper, decent. Yeah, 77 no goalkeeper. I would have. Well, I don't know if I would have gone Mendy because I mentioned Leno in my wildcard video, but Mendy and Forster looked good, didn't it? And then, I mean, I was really hoping Martinez would get a jammy clean sheet or like 4 points or something from loads of saves, but he only got 1, which is unfortunate. But my team looks good for this week. For next week, I've got problems. Next week, I have big problems. So hang on, I need to update this second. Let me just do this. So this is the team. So Dawson has kind of screwed me by getting that. I mean, not that I would have expected much from Chelsea anyway, but it would have at least been an extra player. What do you mean update your score? Oh, 85. Yeah, 85 minus 4. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you mean refresh my FPL points, but I've done that already. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, next week. I mean, Lingard will hopefully be all right. Rafinha's still flagged. Kane and Son are obviously missing out. Davern, no guaranteed to start. The fact that he played against Chelsea gives me some hope, but I just think he may have come in for experience reasons, and he's not going to be needed for Sheffield United. Jota as well is not in training. People are saying in the chat that he's confirmed out. Who has confirmed that he's out? Because I've not seen anything official yet. So if you've got a source, let me know. I'm tempted to get rid of Jota, I've got to be honest, because if he misses this week, then it's Man United, and then in 35, I'm possibly gonna. No, Son's going nowhere. I've got bigger worries than Son and Kane, honestly. I feel like Alonso's not going to start. Dan Burn might not start. Rafinha's flagged. Jota might miss out. I might have to take a -4. So Eddie is saying Jota's confirmed out, but I haven't kind of seen that anywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. If he is, please do let me know where the source is, etc. So basically Jota missed training, or he wasn't pictured in training. But I've not seen anywhere to say he's definitely out. But obviously missing training is not good. Like it doesn't usually go from missing training to them playing, right? It's so frustrating. Burn will play. Potter loves him, especially with Sheffield United height threat. Maybe. I can't count it. I'm not worried about him, though, because after this week, I just won't play him ever again anyway. At least that's the plan. The good thing is, Liverpool are playing on Saturday, so we will get a press conference from Klopp tomorrow. So we'll find out then. So I've got to be honest, Castagne's tempting after tonight, but I don't want to put too much emphasis on one match, you know. But Alonso, I think I'm looking at Cody. Cody in. So then that would give me Martin. So it would give me Burn, Cody, Rudiger, Trent. They'd hopefully all start. Although obviously even Rudiger is a potential issue, and so is Burn. Salah, Lingard, Son. Salah, Lingard. Then maybe Jota, maybe Rafinha. I got 7.7 million to spend if I take a 4-point hit. So really, it's Madison or Greenwood. Both of them. If it's loads of ifs and buts. If there's a double game week in 35 and a blank in 36, both of them, Madison and Greenwood, would blank in 36. Greenwood also has Liverpool in 34, and if I'm free hitting in 35, I'd basically be bringing him in for Leeds. I'm not even sure if he's definitely going to start. Liverpool. I don't need him for the free hit, and then he blanks in 36. I don't think Greenwood's an option for me. I really don't. Madison's a little bit better, fixtures-wise. I mean, goal threat-wise, I think I saw some people talking about Madison tonight like he wasn't, much of a goal threat. I felt like what we saw tonight is Madison all over. Doesn't get into the box that often, takes shots mostly from outside, more likely to get you an assist. But Palace, Southampton are pretty good fixtures. But again, he would blank in 36, and I wouldn't need him for 35 anyway. So he's just added an extra transfer down the line. Jota is basically is super annoying. Jota is just super annoying. For him to miss out, I did not want to make that transfer. And basically, not only does it add a hit now, it probably adds a hit to me later on. Dan James could start against Leeds, you're right, yeah. Madison looked good against West Brom. I agree. Madison did what I expect him to do. I don't expect him to be scoring goals all the time. As a Brighton fan, Burn is 70 to 99% to start next game. Possibly, yeah. I'm not really bothered about Burn because I'm not going to use a transfer on him. Like, he's just bench fodder for me most of the time. Danny, how's it going? Plan on using free hit in Game Week 35. Currently only have 2 likely blanks, 36 players. Rafinha to Madison, Saka or Greenwood. And are any of them worth a -4? I mean, if Rafinha's fit, I'd keep him, to be honest. If he's not, then Madison's probably my favourite. Only because I think Madison's less likely to... I think, minutes-wise, Saka and Madison are probably better than Greenwood. But also, Madison's fixture's slightly better. Saka around Europa League and Greenwood, I wouldn't be confident. Ben White is suspended, Burn will start. But that's not necessarily true, because Webster's back, right? So I think Webster can play instead of White. So it would be Webster, Dunk, and... I can't remember the other guy off the top of my head. And then Moda could play left wing back. So anyway, look, we don't need to spend the whole stream talking about Dan Burn. I'm not getting rid of him. I'm just going to take the risk. Some Liverpool websites are saying he's out. Don't think it's confirmed or nothing. I'm in the same position. Yeah, I think I've got to get rid of him. I think it's Madison. I think I'm going to go for Madison because of the fixtures. And I just think he's more likely to start. And I think he behind Vardy and Iheanacho is just so much better than Perez. Yeah. So I think this is what I'm going to do. If Joss is confirmed out, is Alonso to Cody and Jota to Madison. I will just bring this up a sec. Can you see? Hang on. This isn't me trying to show off. This is on... So let me get the transfer planner up. Let's do a bit of transfer planner tinker in a sec. So with this, all I've done is the Cody move. Let me just put the players in a sec. So Dan Burn will come in for Kane. So if I do Madison in as well, Madison's right there. I mean triple Leicester. I'm not sure about it. I'm just going to put Madison as captain because why the hell not? And then in Game Week 35... Game Week 34... I'd have one more move. I think in 34, this is my plan. Rudiger, who I think is fine, by the way. Oh, can I not afford... Oh, hang on. How much money do I have to spend if I do that? Oh, 5.1. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So my original plan earlier, let me put Jota back in. Oh, that's really balls things up now. Really balls things up. My original plan earlier, when I kept Jota, was to do Rudiger to Dallas in Game Week 34. But I can't afford it by 0.1 million if I do the Madison move, unless I go for someone cheaper than Cody. But the reason for that is I don't want to waste a transfer in Game Week 34. Because I'm free hitting the 35 and Dallas's fixtures are great from 36. Oh, Jota being out is so annoying. That's going to kill me now. I'm going to have to think about that. Jota might not definitely be out, but yeah. I mean, I could. Yeah, okay. Greenwood's cheaper, isn't he? I just don't really want Greenwood. I don't think. Leeds away, fine if he starts. Then it's Villa. 36 blank. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm a little bit stuck. But how much is Mount though? But Mount maybe. But he's 7.2 as well. So I probably would just go Madison, to be honest, at that point. Unless I just don't go Dallas. Could go Alioski maybe instead. 3 Leicester attack is too risky. But they got great fixtures, you know. 7.7 million. How about Rodriguez? Nah. I just don't trust Rodriguez to stay fit, to be honest with you. That's the only reason. Any idea why Pereira didn't play? Basically, Rodgers just said they don't fully trust him. Like, don't fully trust his injury record. Like not his injury record, like his recent injuries and stuff. So they're just keeping an eye on it. Basically, I think he'll be back for the next week, so you could just keep him. Trossard, yeah, maybe not a bad shout actually. Sheffield United and Leeds is pretty decent. Don't need him for Wolves. He would play in 36 as well. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Everton, I mean, Sigurdsson's a bit cheaper. Someone who's just said that. Shaquille just said. I think it's Shaquille. Apologies if I butchered that. Villa and Sheffield United is decent, to be fair. It's decent. Arsenal not great. Is he guaranteed to start, though? There's no one I really want. I basically don't want any of them. I want Jota. Imagine if Jay Lings or anyone else is injured as well. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Play Trossard or Lingard. I mean, if you only can play one, I would play Trossard. If you're in that position where you can choose between those two, that's amazing. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I might have to have a think about it. I don't want to just. I don't want to do constant tinkering on stream. But maybe my option is not to get Dallas and just keep Rudiger. But then I'm really stuck for a game week 34 transfer. And I don't want to burn a transfer. Oh, it's so annoying. 0.1 million. 0.1 bloody million. I'm trying to think if there's a better move than getting a Wolves defender this week. The thing is, I don't really need the Wolves defender apart from this week. So I'm just thinking who else I could go for instead. Could I go for an Aston Villa defender? Konza maybe? Yeah, maybe I don't go for... Maybe I don't go... Because eventually I'm going to do Vardy to Calvert-Lewin or something like that. Or Vardy to Bamford. So I'll get loads of money back at some point. Oh, if only Cody was still 4.8. I don't know if I want double Villa defence. Konza would do it though, 4.7. And in 36, he'd have Crystal Palace if I needed him. And maybe that's what I do instead. Oh, difficult. Yeah, holding is an option, but he blanks potentially in 36. I'm not going to be doing any wildcard or any free hit videos this week. There just is not enough time, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. Do. All right, sorry. I had to check something on the phone then. You said you didn't want to burn a defender. No, burn a transfer, not burn a defender. No puns intended there. I can't go for Phillips. I've already got triple Liverpool. But yeah, Jared Bowen, but double West Ham. Maybe I shouldn't forget about Bowen. I mentioned him before, didn't I? He was on the watch list. It just doesn't feel right to bring in Bowen against Chelsea when I've already got Lingard. I just think Chelsea could easily get a clean sheet. So far, yeah, West Ham, but that's double West Ham defense. Like the thing is, I don't. Let me just show you a sec. I get this is one of those things where you don't think about someone else's team as much as you think about your own, right? So, okay, let's say I do Konza, right? So let's just say I've done Konza. So this is 33, and I've brought in Madison as well. So in game week 34, I bench Konza, and I played Dawson, right? And obviously I'll play Harry Kane. Actually, it gives me a benching headache in 34 because with keeping Jota, I was going to bench Jota against Man United anyway. So I've got to bench Rafinha probably. Oh, gee, I don't like this at all. But anyway, so I get Konza in. And then I do in 34. I do Rudiger to Dallas. All right, and I probably bench Dallas. I could play Dallas instead of Dawson. It doesn't really matter for the purposes of this. Oh, sorry, no, I'm playing Dallas anyway. Right, I'm losing track now. So let's say I've done Konza in for 33. Then I've benched him. And then I've bought in Dallas for 34. So this is my game week 34 team. In 35, I free hit. And then in 36, I come to this team where Iheanacho gets benched for Rafinha. Konza's got Crystal Palace, but I don't necessarily need him. But I could just play him anyway. It depends how I'm feeling, you know. But I've got to get rid of Vardy and Madison. So Vardy down to Bamford. And then for Madison, I would have 10.9 spends. I wouldn't be able to go to... Well, Bruno would be blanking anyway. It just means we've got to take a hit in this week. But bringing in Konza is not necessarily a bad idea. Instead of Cody. And then, look, I mean, we're planning so far ahead, it doesn't matter, right? I've already seen that my plans didn't even last like 4 or 5 hours today. Obviously, Madison could just go straight back to Jota if he's fit. But as you'll see, basically, the point I'm trying to make is, if you look at my defence again, this is in 37. Trent, Dallas, Dawson, absolutely fine. And in Game Week 38, Dawson, Dallas, Trent, fine. I don't necessarily need the Wolves defender because I don't need them to be playing in 37, 38. So Cons is probably just as good as anyone. So maybe that's my plan, if I want to get Madison. Anyway. Okay, sorry, yeah, I could get Phillips. But the thing is, I don't... Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you're saying about Phillips. Yes, I could get Phillips if I sell Jota, but then I'm blocked from getting Jota back. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I don't want to... I don't want to block myself from getting Jota back. Because if Jota's fit, from Game Week 36, it's West Brom, Burnley, Palace. Like, I want double attack. I don't want double defence. I don't want to spend too many more transfers on defenders, even though my next 2 could be transfers. Do you think Dawson gets his place back? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Klopp should have a press conference tomorrow, yeah. Joel, consider Zaha as potential double. But the thing is, this is where the next few weeks are going to get really confusing. I've got a free hit. So if he has a double in 35, I'm going to free hit. So if I need him, I'll just free hit him in. Who do Palace have this week, though? Leicester, yeah. I don't really fancy Zaha against Leicester. It's a good point, Joel, but I've got the free hit, so I don't need to worry about the double. Anyway, honestly, best laid plans. Mane would be great, but I don't think I'll be able to afford him, so Jota would be the one. Back. Will I stick with Martez until the end of the season? Probably. I just don't see a point where I'm going to have a spare transfer for him, to be completely honest. Simple as that, really. And I don't think it really matters. I mean, again, like just to go with the free hit, and I know this is all dependent on the double in 35 happening, which it might not, right? But let's say it does, then I've got Martinez against West Brom, Martinez against Everton. I got a free hit in 35, or I might even keep him, to be honest. And then 36, Crystal Palace. And so it's really only Spurs and Chelsea, like whatever. For a goalkeeper transfer, I just don't think there's enough upside. So I won't bother. I don't trust Everton. I think Everton defence is bad. I think people still see Everton as a tough fixture. And I'm not saying they would get, like, you know, I'm not saying they're going to concede 3, 4, 5 goals in a game. But they are going to concede more often than not, I would say. The Kane news is there's no Kane news, basically. Yeah. No official news anyway. So there we go. Oh wow. So the reason that Jamie Vardy lost his bonus points. Hang on a sec. Let me just see. Is he on a bonus yet? He's on 1 bonus. So apparently he lost his bonus because Opta decided that his chance from the halfway line was a big chance, and because he missed it, he lost bonus. Oh my god. That's madness. Just seen someone tweeting that. You can't call a shot from the halfway line a big chance. I mean, it should have been a big chance because he should have bloody run forward, but he didn't. Hopefully Ryan Mason likes FPL. Yeah, we'll see. Give us some proper news, Ryan. Give us some proper news. Thing is, they're not going to say he's fit. They're not going to say he's fit for the final because why would you give Pep that info? You know. I've got Son on the bench because he's not playing. Adama Traore, I've thought about it. I just nah. Not enough goal threat or assist threat for me. Of course he could get something because of the fixtures, but yeah. Vardy was on 3 bonus points though before that shot. It was very close, to be fair, to Castagna and Evans, but he was on 3 before he went off. Annoying. Kane to Vardy or Jota to Madison. The thing is, right, I'm gonna sit on the fence a bit. I think I need a new phrase other than sitting on the fence. I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm talking about the overall point of what you need to weigh up. The thing is, to me, in isolation, Kane to Vardy is better than Jota to Madison because Vardy is just a better option than Madison, in my opinion. But with the Kane move, you lose a player that if he's playing in 34, you'll definitely want, whereas Jota could be out. So for those moves, Jota to Madison is better, but I would rather have Vardy than Madison, if that makes sense. If I had Nat Phillips, would I get rid? I would wait until Jurgen Klopp speaks tomorrow. And if he says he's fit, I'd probably just keep him. If you decided to go down the Phillips route, I don't really know what would change your mind if he's fit, against Newcastle. I'm not going to have a playing bench. No, I'm literally hoping for the best. I mean, I've got a decent green arrow this week. It's gone up like 1,200 places. I'm probably going to lose all that and more this week. I'm just glad I've got Vardy in place, but I don't have Bruno. So a lot of people this week now might have Salah, Bruno, and Vardy. You're right. That Tottenham assistant coach loves Bale. Yeah. There was always a chance. I think the only thing I would say, right, and I do think Bale will probably play, is when Kane's back. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. They could change not formation, but they could change personnel. Yeah, I think. I don't know if you've not got. I don't know. I just think this Sheffield United fixture is so good for Kane. And to be honest, Wolves, Villa, and Leicester is not that bad. It's Harry Kane after all. I'm probably, unless he gets ruled out for a long time, I'm probably going to keep Kane for the rest of the season, I think. I'm in the same situation as you with Dan Burn. Would you recommend keeping him for the rest of the season as bench fodder? That's what I'm doing, yeah. I think he's not worth a transfer. Because, Burn to Veltman could be an option because Veltman will definitely play, but look, you could play them against Leeds, you could play them against Wolves, but this end of the season fixtures just aren't good. And I've got a free hit, so I'm not going to play him here anyway. Just doesn't feel worth the upgrade. Just doesn't feel like. Hopefully he'll play. If he starts, I'm happy. Even if he gets 1 point, whatever, I'm happy. So free hit's an option for me this week, but it would mostly be in use to get Man United players because I'm already covered with Liverpool. I'm already covered with Leicester. So really, the only other fixture I don't have any cover for is Leeds. Man United versus Leeds. Bruno Fernandes is obviously a big miss. I would like him this week. I just don't think it's worth a free hit. I really don't. I'm looking through I'm thinking about the fixtures. Like, who would I get in? Lacazette and Aubameyang are ruled out. I wouldn't really want any Everton players against Arsenal. I'm covered for Liverpool. I don't see this match being high scoring. This could be good, like loading up on Brighton defence, for example, could get some returns, but I'm not going to get rid of Trent, that's for sure. So that's one defender spot already. Wolves versus Burnley, again, I could get a defender maybe, but no attackers spring to mind. Man United, definitely a key miss, and look, maybe I could add Watkins or another defender, but I just don't. I'm not liking the free hit. I think if the double's in 35 and the blank's in 36, the advantage for the free hit is definitely to use it in the double. Because a lot of people are going to struggle to balance both, which is good if you've got the free hit. So I think I've got to save it. Even though the double doesn't look great, I'll be honest. But you still got to take the chance, If Vardy's playing one bad fixture plus Newcastle, you're going to put him and Iheanacho in, I mean, I guess that doesn't hugely matter because everyone's got them anyway. But that was a bad example. But you know what I mean? I'm going to go for some double players regardless, just for the hope, If we've used our free hit, who would you say are the best options for the potential double? Well, the thing is, honestly, it gets really tricky because only 4 teams won't blank. And I think it's Southampton, Palace, Everton and Villa. And I mean, I don't really know about... I mean, Calvert-Lewin could be okay. Or Richarlison if you want to go somewhere a bit different. Because their fixtures either side are pretty good. Villa in 34 and Sheffield United in 36. Let me bring this up, right? So, can I do this? So this is what Ben, I've replied to it. This is what Ben thinks the schedule will look like. Now, again, I've got to stress a lot. So I don't want people planning and getting kind of screwed over. This is not guaranteed to happen. It's what Ben thinks will happen, right? Ben's great. Like you would have seen him all season getting stuff like this right. But this is tricky. There's no precedent for this, you know. So basically, the 4 teams in red on 36, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Leicester, he thinks will blank. And obviously, they'll have a double in 35. So Arsenal, for example, looks okay, West Brom and Chelsea, but then they're going to blank. Now, either side, they've got Newcastle, Crystal Palace. So you could say that's a good fixture. But I think basically, if you've not got the free hit, you are going to have to just take some hits, I think. It's going to be very difficult to navigate this. Now, I'll be honest, because I don't have to worry about this, I've not thought about it in massive depth. But I just don't see how you can, unless you're going to like load up on these teams, Villa, Palace, Everton, Southampton. But Southampton look awful. Maybe you go for Danny Ings, but you're not getting him this week. So Leicester, double, Fulham, Leeds. But that's if Danny Ings is fit, right? Everton, again, maybe you could go for Everton players because the fixtures are quite good over side. Palace, just no way I would go there. And at Villa, I'm just missing Jack Grealish. If Grealish was fit, then they are the team to target with Grealish, with Watkins. Because they've got West Brom, Everton and Palace either side of the double, which is decent. And they get to play Everton again in 35. But these aren't pretty fixtures, to be honest with you. They're really not pretty fixtures at all. Like, I'd probably keep Vardy and Iheanacho for Newcastle, Man United. And I'd probably go for a Bruno Fernandes, Villa, Leicester. But most people have got them already. So it's going to be good for my team because I don't have to worry about 36. But I don't know how big an advantage it'll be over people that don't have the free hit. Because a lot of them will probably keep, like, Liverpool players against Southampton or Spurs players against Leeds. And they'll probably do fine. And I'll probably ignore them and be punished. I've got my wildcard available. How do I navigate 35, 36? Well, it depends when you're using it, doesn't it? Like I just said, you're going to probably have to... I just don't see... If someone's thought about it in greater detail than me, let me know. Sorry, that's probably really annoying. Let me know how you're navigating it. But I think probably a few Everton and a few Villa players is one way. And then you just try and... You probably have to take a hit or two in game at 36, I'd say. Is there any double game week left? Yes, there'll be at least one more double game week that I just talked about there. Thanks for your videos. Currently ranked 1800. Very nice. Top of both my win leagues and on for £250 payout. Lovely. Lovely. Best Everton player to get in. I really just don't trust their defence. So I actually think Calvert-Lewin, if he's going to be fit now, which I think he is, I think he's back in training. Whether or not you'd want to get him this week against Arsenal, though, you might want to give him one more week just to prove his fitness. Sigurdsson or Rodriguez, maybe. Just don't trust Rodriguez to stay fit. Like, would Rodriguez play both games in the double? Don't know about that. Castani hit the post. A good shot as well, yeah. Do, 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 do. Best Lacazette replacement. Again, I think Lacazette's tough to replace. If you've not got the money to go to Vardy, then Iheanacho is probably your next best. Then Watkins and Calvert-Lewin. But again, I don't like Villa without Grealish at all. Maybe Richarlison. Just because you got the double, you got the good fixtures either side. Like Bamford, you could just go straight back to Bamford if you don't own him. But I don't like the fixtures until 36. Do we expect Leno to start tomorrow? I do, yeah. I can't imagine Ryan is just now the number one goalkeeper. Surely not. Is Bruno out for green? Too many emojis there. Too many emojis to answer that question. Who do you think will be a dark horse in FPL 21-22? Let's wait and see what the prices are like first before we answer that. I right now, I'm trying to think. I mean, Mane will probably get a price drop, so he'll be worth looking at. I think Mane needs a small price drop to make the Mane versus Salah conversation relevant again. Although you're always going to want Salah realistically. If you had to go with a Man City attacker, who would it be? I genuinely don't know. Like, my first thought when you asked the question was Gabriel Jesus, because he seems to be playing quite a bit, not in the important competitions. He did come off early in the last game, but that was because of the red card. So he's played 90 minutes in the 3 before that. So possibly Jesus. He could get Palace in 34 and Newcastle in 36. Although, yeah, Newcastle in 36. Like, outside of that, like, if De Bruyne was out for a good while, then I'd possibly just go straight back to Gundogan. But there's a chance that De Bruyne is going to be back soon, which puts me a little bit off Gundogan. Because I just think if De Bruyne is out, they have to play Gundogan a bit more. But if De Bruyne is back, maybe they don't. I think Jesus feels like he's probably going to get a little bit less rotated. Lacazette to Willian, Jose or Watkins. Wolves, yeah. He has got a goal now, hasn't he? It just feels like such a punt. William Jose. He doesn't make it to 80 minutes very often. Oh, God, excuse me. Oh, my God, sorry. I'd probably go for Watkins. Even without Grealish. What app am I using for Euro 2020? I'll probably do the fan team one, and I'll probably do the official one as well. I don't know who's sponsoring it. It's usually McDonald's, but it's not out yet, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to bring in Danny Welbeck. Do you think I've gone mad? Lord Welbeck will come through. I don't think so. No, I think Sheffield United needs good fixtures. I think he's a good price. As long as it fits in with the rest of your strategy. I have 3 Wolves defenders. I feel I'm overdoing it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Lacazette and Nacho is like a bit of a no-brainer if you've not got him already, you know. Have you ever had Divock Origi in any of your FPL teams ever? Don't know. Probably not. Salah versus Fernandes. You know my thoughts. Salah all the way. And yeah, I'm captaining Salah. My vice captain was on Vardy. That was before tonight. I actually did. The captaincy video is already recorded and it's going up live tomorrow morning. And I spoke about Vardy before tonight. So that'd be interesting. What am I going to do during the off season? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Have a nice break. I might do a bit of Euro content, but don't expect a huge amount, to be honest. We'll see. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't stop yawning. We need to do earlier streams. Stop these matches finishing at 10 o'clock all the bloody time. It's also not a good look. Garrison, I'm good. Hope you are too. Shaw, Holding, Cody, Rudiger. Pick 2. Pick 2 for what? To play? To keep? To wildcard? I would play Rudiger and Cody for sure, and I'd probably play Shaw ahead of Holding, I think. I know Shaw's got leads, so I don't know if they will definitely get a clean sheet, but I think if I had Shaw, I'd want to play him most weeks. We don't know when the double fixture announcements will be. Unfortunately, hopefully it will be before 33, but it's not looking likely now. Yeah, I'll probably play Euro Fantasy. But to be honest, I don't really... Yeah, I don't know. I probably will play. I don't know how much content I'll make, though. Certainly won't be like I do for FPL, that's for sure. Love the ESL vids. Yeah, I need to keep up the football content on the other channel. I can't just wait until something massive happens, like European Super League, and just do a few videos, then stop. It's just getting into the groove of regularly doing content on it, but I did enjoy it. yeah, if you're not already subscribed to the second channel, it is going to get a rebrand soon. So keep an eye out for that. But if you're not already subscribed, make sure you go and do it. I'll spam it in the chat. There you go. Spam. I can't believe that's the first time that I've seen a Mendy question. Mendy back in goal. I think so, yeah. Unless I think Mendy owners should really strongly listen to the Chelsea press conference tomorrow and hope that Tuchel says something. But I'd be very surprised if Mendy doesn't get back in. Like, he hadn't really done anything wrong, had he? So yeah, I wouldn't be massively worried. Actually, I'd be a little bit worried, but not massively. From the amount of chat, I'd have to assume the Jota rumour is true. Every other rumour this season has been accurate. Yeah, you sometimes like no smoke without fire, right? Like Jota did miss training. Like that came from a good source. Or he wasn't pictured in training. Sorry, there is a difference. But usually it means they're missing. Thanks for the great content. My team is wrecked. I have no chips. De Bruyne, Stones, Pereira, Kane, Son, Jota, Phillips, Rafinha. Who do I sell? I mean, what was your original plan? Because some of those players you knew were going to be missing anyway. Like, you knew Kane and Son were going to be missing. So John Stones is going to miss two game weeks, so he feels like a good one to sell. Pereira will probably play against Palace, I think. And Jota's probably going to be missing 2. Phillips might be back. Rafinha, we'll have to wait and see. I think you've got to go for the biggest issues, right? Let's talk fitness. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know how often I could create regular good content other than just watching me do the same workouts all the time in the same room, you know? I don't know. There's more stuff I want to do, but it's just time and doing it properly. I don't want to do it half-assed. My captain is on screen for this week. For everyone asking about Euro stuff, just wait a bit. It's not out yet, so just wait. In terms of sites and stuff, they'll all be linked when it's out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it right now. Who's more likely for a clean sheet, Martinez or Schmeichel? To be honest, probably Schmeichel. If I had Schmeichel, I'd play him against Palace. I know Martinez is always like decent because he gets a lot of saves, but I think Schmeichel's more likely to get a clean sheet. So how's it going? Kane, Dawson to Vardy, Cody, or Son, Dawson to Rashford, Cody? I mean, if Kane's out for a while, definitely the Kane one. But if he's not, I'd want him back in 34. In which case, I would do the other one. Again, I'd want Son back for 34 as well. Is Vardy likely to get good minutes in the next few games? I mean, he should get 80 to 90 minutes in every game, to be honest. How's it going? I don't own any Leicester players. I got Willian Josie in a 1 week punch. Should I sell him for Iheanacho? I mean, Wolves' fixtures are quite good, but I mean, Iheanacho's just in the form of his life right now. Like, his stats are great, his fixtures are good. I mean, I like Iheanacho, yeah. If you got no other transfers to make, loads of dog on Instagram this morning. Yeah, just waiting for me. I know. I feel like the funny thing is, every time I post dog content on Instagram, I never get anyone saying you should post FPL more. They're just like, yeah, could you just post more pictures of your dog? So I'm just pimping her out for Instagram, basically. Someone's just put on Instagram, you look like a vape seller, because I had my hood up on the walk this morning. So again, like as always, like there's isolation moves versus long-term planning. So what about going Alonso to Castagna? I like that move. I think Castagna looks good. The one thing I'll say about Castagna is when Pereira plays, Castagna usually plays on the left, and I think he's probably better on the right, which is where he played for most of tonight. So keep that in mind when you suddenly think that Castagna is now this great option. But also for my team, I probably need the money. I probably need to go to someone a bit cheaper to get that money in. Oh, we're already getting there. Who would definitely be in your Game Week 1 team next season? You know what? Keep an open mind. It depends on fixtures. If It depends on price. That's all I'm saying. I'm here for the dog content. It seems like those people are, to be honest. Maybe I should just start. Maybe I should just start the Let's Talk Fitness, but basically it's the dog getting in my way. I'm not doing a watch long for the Liverpool game. I've got to go out, I'm afraid. I don't know if there's going to be a watch long this week. They're one of the hardest things for me to fit in. Planned transfer is Alonso to Cody, but it might now be Alonso to Konza. Double Villa defence. Would I start Rafinha or Bowen this week? If he's past fit, then Rafinha. If there's any kind of doubt about that, oh my god, excuse me, I would start the other one, Bowen. Best player I've seen live. I've seen Messi live. It was a friendly, but I've seen him live, so it has to be Messi. Nat Phillips is back training. That's all we know. Wait for the press conference tomorrow. This is why I remember like Thursday streams are just so not annoying, but like so many of the questions are like hard to answer because we just haven't had the press conference yet. Like Nat Phillips, who knows? He's back in training apparently. Which player springs to mind when you think good FPL asset, but generally meh player? Marcus Alonso, for sure. Open my spots for the players. I'm selling auto pick. Got me TAA and Greenwood. Probably the best answer. Not bad, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I can't stop the yawning. I'm knackered. Let's go it again. Oh, I can't cope with these late nights. Rafinha or Bayern, I already answered that. Personally, I wouldn't sell Bruno for Greenwood this week. I know like it might get you Trent or someone like that, but I just think Bruno's definitely starting and Greenwood not necessarily. Yeah, sorry if I'm making everyone else yawn. It's not a good look, I'll be honest. I'm supposed to be streaming and I'm sat here yawning. So I apologise. I apologise. I can't stop it. It's dumb. Burn seems like a doubt as per Colin Hayes. Whoa, what's he said about Burn? The hell has he said about Burn? Oh no, Potter on Burn and Webster. They have their attributes on the pitch as well, which are useful. Oh. Potter asked about the return of Burn. Lewis Dunk and Ben. If you get any injury suspension, you're down to just the two. It's good to have them, Burn and Webster, back. We have to be careful with them in terms of making sure they have recovered. But on and off the pitch, they're important with us because they're... Yeah. It doesn't really say whether he's going to start or not. I wouldn't say that makes him sound like a doubt, but I mean Webster will definitely play the centre back position, I think. So it's just whether Burn plays left wing back. But if they're trying to be careful with him, they probably will just play Moda, which is yeah, pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. I don't think Burn's going to start, but it's not worth a transfer, I don't think. Not if I'm already doing Alonso and Jota out. So I'm basically going to take a -4 and still be down to at least 10 players. It's annoying. Crazy week in football, fatigued but also in the green. Green arrow's good. Yeah, it felt like a long week, didn't it? With all the Super League stuff. Adam, Trossard, Tielemans or McGinn for Gundogan? Trossard, I think. Tielemans and McGinn, not really FPL options, I would say. And they can have their day. Obviously, Tielemans has got a few returns. Takes penalties when Vardy's off the pitch. And McGinn did score against City, but generally, not for me. If I had the wildcard, when am I using? I mean, that would depend on my team, to be honest. Could be this week, Could be next week. Could be at 36. All right, people. I'm going to leave it there. Please do give it a like if you have enjoyed it. It's getting late, and to be honest, the yawning's not good. So please do give it a like if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you're around here as well. We are on our way to 150,000 subscribers. We're actually 800 off now exactly. I will be back tomorrow. Captaincy will be very early in the morning, about 10 o'clock I would say, and deadline stream is at I don't know yet, but it's in the afternoon, so keep an eye out for that. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already hit that like button, please make sure you do. Support's really appreciated. Hit that subscribe button as well, and I will catch you soon. Cheers for watching.